Hey, good day everyone, and thank you for taking the time out to view this channel. My name is Jasper, host and CEO of iNet Enterprises, and welcome to another episode. Today we are taking a brief pivot from Google Docs and Google Sheets. We are going to talk about the third one of the team, and that is Google Slides. Now, if you're unfamiliar about Google Slides is basically a free web-based, cloud-based software, free alternative to the infamous Microsoft PowerPoint. So without further ado, let's get to it right after the intro. Perfect. Now, the best way to access this right out the bat is being able to get into the application itself. Like I said, everything is free. So on your main homepage, you will simply go to the upper right hand corner. That is, of course, after you sign into your Gmail. Click on that. You're going to scroll down and look for Slides. And here we go right here. So right here from Slides, we are just going to simply hit the plus sign and hit new or blank. Now, a couple of things. If you are from me, I'm going to X this out while I explain that a little bit later in the video. Here we have our toolbars. Very basic, very easy to understand. You can add slides here. You could add the style of the slide that you would like included. You have your undo, your redo, your print, you have your paint format, the cursor, the text box, inserting pictures. Very similar to some of the videos that I talked about in both Google Sheets and Google Docs. If you haven't had the chance, you can take a look at that after the video. So continue on to this series. Like I said, this is a very beginner level, very user-friendly YouTube video rather, to show you all the ropes. So as we're continuing on, one of the biggest things that you may or may not be aware of is you don't have to look for file, go into file like here, go into save. As you can see, it's not even listed on here. So what's the deal with that? Well, the biggest thing right now is, actually not right now, the biggest thing is with the Google Suite applications, and I'm talking about Google Sheets, Google Docs, and Google Slides. All the Google Suites application is literally autosave. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I want you to be mindful of the area right next to this folder. What I'm going to do in order to save my name, change the name of the article, where it says Untitled Presentation, I'm just going to change it as Google Slides Training. And like I said, be mindful of this area. It's going to show you proof that it autosaves on its own. So, Slides Training. See? Right there. As you see, it says it's safe to drag. And of course, the same way that you access Google Slides, the same way you'll be able to access the other miscellaneous files. Now, continue from where we left off. This area here is the toolbar. This is going to be your best friend, your bread and butter. Now, of course, you have the file, edit, view, insert, format, slides, arrange, tools, extension, and help. This is also the toolbar. It's basically a reflection of this level of the toolbar, but with extra added features. One of the biggest, coolest things is being able to change the background of your slides, the way you can change how the background theme is set up, and also be able to change the style of each slide for your presentation. Now, I've been told a while back, a good rule of thumb is never get too crazy with your design. Of course, design it, but don't go too crazy that people are more wowed about the designs and the actual information that is being presented. So, with that being said, I want to start this brief PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to say, welcome to Google Slides! Exclamation point. As you see, there's an error. Simply right-click that because of the autocorrect feature and hit Slides. Boom. Welcome to Google Slides. Now, I like how this is the title. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit this down arrow. And as you could see, they have another one. Do you want the next slide to represent this title slide? I actually don't want that. So I'm going to choose title and body, something a little bit smaller. We could say something like who we are. And we can just say, click here over here. I'm going to say INET Enterprises. Enough said. Like I said, if you know, you know. If you want further information of know who we are, you could definitely take a look at our website at www.inetenterprises.com, and the information of our services are listed below in the podcast description. Listed below in the YouTube description. Sorry about that. So, as I said, we're creating new slides. Now, in terms of background, this is where this section of the background comes in. So, I am going to say we need let's go with this light blue background. As you could see, the whole background changed. Same thing with this slide. We're gonna go back, hit background, and we're gonna choose this one. And as you could see, it is showing, that style. Or we don't have to follow that. Maybe we could find another color that can complement it. But as you can see, there's so much power in changing in between the color of your slides. Now, it's not recommended to go crazy like I mentioned before, but at least this gave you some insight on working on possible designs. So I'm gonna work on bolding this just to show you how it looks. Everything bolded, underlined, and italicized. Of course, you can adjust the fonts here and adjust the font size here and adjust the fonts here. Easy peasy, right? Cool. So let's knock these off. I'm gonna hit the undo. Good Lord, undo. Actually, I'm gonna make it even easier for myself. I am gonna simply right click. When you right click, you have extra control of what you want to do with slides. Right off the bat, you have the new slide, you have duplicate slides, and you actually have delete. So I'm going to hit delete. Boom, this disappeared. And I'm going to go back into the background here. I'm going to click on the outside of the text box barrier, go back to background, and I'm going to change that back to white. Now, let's add a little bit more fluff. So I'm going to go back and do title and body. I'm going to add 2 columns. I'm going to add main point. I'm going to say back again. I'm going to show you something interesting with the power of themes. Who we are. I'm going to say enterprises. I'm also going to say what we do. We try to be awesome. We try to win. And finally, motto, concept. And then finally, this is where I like to get into the nitty gritty. So as you could see, we have all these still blank white. Like I said, we can go into the background and choose them individually different colors. But what if there was an overall one design fits all layout theme? And that's, like the name suggests, that is where themes comes in. So we're going to scroll down and look for some possible themes that we could use for our profile. And to me, honestly, I am looking at this one because we were just playing around with blue. So I'm going to select that. As we select that, as you see, everyone is altered. Who we are, the concept, cool, right? So we are going to choose the style layout for this one. We're going to hit apply layout, and we are going to choose the title slide one, this one. Seems like it didn't do it for me. Interesting. Let's take a look and see what's going on with that. Let's change it to section header. So it seems like this slide alone didn't work. No matter. So what we're gonna do, I'm just gonna hit add new slide and add title slide. And basically, this says this one is acting weird. Not really sure why. I'm just gonna simply delete that, and I am going to add you know, the same contents that we did before. Google Slides training. And as you could see, now we have a different theme. Let's try to change this a little bit more. Let's go orange. Let's see how that looks. As you could see, the different concept of the orange and the palette colors related to the orange slides give the PowerPoint slide a better visual appeal. One of my favorite ones that I recommend for anyone is this one. It's a weird, funky pop vibes. As you can see, very well put out, very well displayed. Definitely something to look into. Now, one of the biggest things too, let's say you're writing your information and you don't remember, you kind of don't want to type this whole thing in. One of the biggest things that's also in the slides presentation is the option to simply duplicate. With duplicating, as you could see, same information, same format. There might be an instance that you like the format on the previous slide, and instead of you trying to enter the data and try and create the style of the slide that you had before, you could simply hit the duplicate. By doing that, it makes it so much easier. You could do the little edits to the data itself, and you'll have an easy presentable data. Let's see, and with that being said, of course, at the end of everything, when you're finished, you feel like you're finished. Of course, you have the speaker notes here. You want to add a little subtle notes for yourself to remind you during the presentation, and then you have the actual slideshow to start the slideshow itself. So yeah, with that being said, thank you all for tuning into another one. Very, like I said, very basic, very intimate. I love to do this uncut, raw, unedited, just to show you all the natural side of the video. Definitely hope you all understood some things, learned some things. Come back for more. Be sure to like, subscribe, share the video for those who just want to learn the basics of the Google Suite family. I also have Google Docs out there. I also do have Google Sheets out there. Be sure to take a look at those too. And of course, if you ever want a one-on-one intimate session of learning the ropes on a more delicate level, be sure to reach out. I do have, like I said, a lot of the information listed below in the YouTube description. Make sure to take a look at that. And until then, I will see you next time, every Thursday. And stay blessed. All right. Have a good one.